The Los Angeles Lakers and JJ Redick last night did an incredible job adding talent, and in this video what I wanted to do is kind of break down the class. I want to show you who they are, what they add while looking at some film. We're going to break down everything you need to know about Adou Thiero, Eric Dixon, RJ Davis, and maybe some other guys as well. Now heading into Summer League and then training camp and ultimately preseason, regular season, we're going to learn a lot about these guys. And I'm going to show you in this video, day one, what they're adding to this basketball team. Now, before we get into the video, I want you guys to do me a favor and give me a letter grade of this draft class. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want more Laker updates throughout the entirety of not only Summer League, but preseason, regular season, updates for almost every single game. We're going to be breaking down some film in this video on these new guys. So join the family. And again, we're going to have to pause a lot due to copyright restrictions on the NCAA. It's terrible, man. It really is. So I do apologize for that. But the first thing you notice here about Adou is his ability to get downhill, right? He either goes outside, he can go inside, he can finish with both hands. But the one thing I love about him is explosiveness. At times it feels like he can just gravitate. Look at him, boom, and then just float in the air, right? Incredible athlete. Explosiveness through the roof. I love the addition of Adou here. And again, a lot of these highlights, he's going to be going downhill. He's not much of an outside scorer, but man, he can finish around the rim. And if they can develop him a little bit, this could be a huge pickup. All right, here's another one. In transition, he is deadly because once that defender is behind him, now the defense is in what we like to call a blender. They don't know who to guard because they got to rotate over. It's going to leave other guys open, and it just mismatches everywhere. So as he's driving in, boom, now he goes by two guys. Gets into the lane, draws body contact, and then fade away mid-range, and one. What a shot there. By Adou. Again, this is one of my favorite prospects because of the intensity that he plays with and his ability to finish around that basket. Also a really good defender at times as well. So I think the Lakers are getting a very dynamic, versatile player that can be utilized with the ball in his hands a ton, or he can be used as a backside lob threat or a cutter from a slot position. I think he could be utilized in a ton. Now here's a possession where he jabs, drives, gets way by his defender, and gets a reverse dunk. I mean, you guys can just feel the explosiveness when this guy touches the ball. Reminds me a little bit of OG Anunoby, the way he plays, but I feel like he's even more explosive than OG is. Look at this, man. This is insane. And every team in the NBA wants a player like him that can play defense and add some versatility. Also reminds me a little bit of Jaylen Brown fresh out of college as well. Athletic freak who could defend. Again, if he can develop that three-point shot, this is going to be a dynamic player in the NBA. All right, there are a couple more plays I want to show you before we move on. I want to show you his ability off the ball. Look at him, cut from that slot. The first thing we're noticing is the defense is in what we like to call a ball watching mode, where everybody just staring at the basketball, right? And when teams do this, essentially they're leaving gaps open for you to cut to the basket. He's guarding down low, that low post dunker spot. So now our guy right here is just not paying attention. So as we're driving into the lane, we throw that lob and he just goes up and gets it. And he can dunk on anybody. This dude is absolutely fearless and I love it, right? Here's another possession where he's on defense. He's on this, I believe he's over here. Yeah, so he rotates from the weak side corner. And again, we love the defense. We love that versatility. We love that athletic ability. Comes up, boom, sends this in the opposite direction and gets the rebound. And then gets out in transition. I love this dude. I think he's going to be perfect fit for the Lakers. I don't think he'll ever be a 25-point scorer per game, but man, you talk about potential. This guy has everything you want in a player. Okay, next up is Eric Dixon. This is a guy that they made a priority in undrafted free agency. He reminds me a lot of Julius Randle in the sense that he is a big man who can really score the ball at a high level, but also does some other things really well. Plays with the chip on his shoulder, and another guy you just want on your team. Look at this play here. Gets an isolation, right? Stops on an absolute dime and has the ability to just shoot over you. This is a beautiful shot, and I feel like he could end up being a really good scorer in the NBA. Now, he does have some things to him that you don't love. Sometimes his his defense isn't great, which same with Julius Randle. Sometimes the rebounding could get outmatched in certain scenarios because he's not your 7-foot big. He's more of a small ball center or a wing. But again, he has a lot of potential as a scorer in the NBA and a floor spacer. If you want to run him as a small ball 5, I believe you can do that. But expect, and you're going to need some other guys to come in and get some big rebounds for you. But again, I love his ability to set screens. He can pop off, he can roll off. But right here, essentially set a screen, popped out to the three-point line. Defense unnecessarily came with a double team, which put him in a blender. And essentially, when you have the Lakers with LeBron James, right, and Luka, this is the one thing that you want. You want guys who can screen and pop and get out to that three-point line, because when you have guys that can stop and pop with no hesitation and drain these shots, yes, it's going to be massive for your basketball team. And I feel like Luke is able to draw a lot of double teams. LeBron is able to draw a lot of double teams, which could mean a lot of open threes for Eric Dixon if he can get himself into the starting lineup. Another thing I like is he can also put the ball on the floor a little bit. Right here, he does get a layup that gets called for goaltending, but I like how he's not afraid to put that ball on the floor, drive into the lane, and try to get his own shot. Now, really quickly, before we deep dive any further into the video, let me know in the comments if you want a part 2. They did sign some more guys as well. So if you want me to make another one of these videos with the other guys we're not talking about, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family. And we will be covering the Lakers throughout the entirety of the offseason. With that being said, let's kind of get back into the video. Another fadeaway mid-range here to the offside. Beautiful shot again. Reminds me a lot of Julius Randle, man. And we'll see if he can develop a little bit. But again, look at the range he has right here. We can already tell this guy can shoot the ball at a high level. And I think this is perfect for the Lakers. All right, and then we have RJ Davis, man. And, you know, if you like basketball, you got to love the story of RJ Davis. No, he's not the biggest guy in the world. And if he was maybe 3 or 4 inches taller, he'd probably be a first-round pick, honestly, in my opinion. This dude can score the ball. He's got great core vision, and man, he's exciting to watch. So he's about 6 feet tall. He's great coming off screens. He can create his own shots, and he can score off these things pretty easily, right? Watch that screen. He stops on a dime, and he rises up so quickly, man. Great job here by RJ Davis. He excites me with pretty much everything he does. Here's another one. Get a screen, right? Get our guy to overcommit, trying to get over that thing and then bounce back the other direction, either force a mismatch or we might be able to even drive by that big man and create leverage into the lane, right? Gets into the lane, and then look at the finish. I mean, guys, that is beautiful. That is so beautiful, this finish right here. First of all, manipulating the defender to overcommit in the wrong direction, drive in, up, and under. Oh, guys, I'm telling you right now, he is going to be exciting to watch in Summer League. He's someone that I'm really going to be watching alongside Bronny. I believe Bronny and Cooper Flag are the first game of the Summer League, so that should be really exciting. Another pull-up 3 over defender, gets it to go. RJ Davis, although he might not be a superstar in the NBA, because of the height, it's really limiting him a little bit here. I do love his game overall. Speedy, undersized point guard who plays with his heart on his shoulder, or heart on his sleeve, and a chip on his shoulder. So we'll see. He can break down the defense very, very well. I'm excited to see where he goes from here and how he develops as a Laker. And let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in part 2 if you guys want it. Peace.